Second is Sultan Bateri, Gundlupete Road. So this Sultan Bateri second Gundlupete road closure issue, which is a burning issue between Karnataka and Kerala. Always the Kerala politicians want this road to be open 24/7. Then conservation communities, we stand up and we say no. But why and how it got closed is what we have to understand. That was because earlier the reorganization of this districts of Chamarajanagar and Mysore did not happen, and Chamarajanagar was a part of Mysore district. And during that time, there was a district collector by name Manivannan. He is an IAS officer, was a district collector. Few conservationists went to him and gave him the understanding on the impact of nighttime traffic, which is caused on free movement of animals from one side to another. He accompanied the wildlife conservationists over a night ride, and he saw it firsthand, and data was presented to him by research community on highlighting the number of deaths that are occurring in this road during night time and the impediments for animals, especially large mammals like elephants, they are facing to cross from one region to another region. So as a district collector, he was convinced, and he took a decision as under the Motor Vehicles Act, he has got powers to regulate the traffic in the road in that particular district. So under the Motor Vehicles Act, the powers that is vested with the district collector, he exercised that and he issued orders on the closure of night traffic in this road. Now that became a huge issue. It was challenged in High Court. Then High Court later converted that into a PI. It allowed everybody to participate. Then it was upheld by the High Court of Karnataka. It was challenged in Supreme Court. The entire Wayanad Sultan Bateri Lorry Owner Transport Association, I think the Kozhikode Transport Owners Association, the Coffee Estate Planters, all of them fought tooth and nail that this road should be open. Then they came to a reconciliation saying that at least allow 4-hour window, give a gap of 4 hours and allow it. But neither the High Court nor the Supreme Court took any value for that argument, and the only relief that the High Court and Supreme Court gave them was that for passenger commute, because it was practically becoming very difficult when people would come and stand in the checkpost for the whole night. There is no restroom, if there is an emergency. So keeping that as a consideration, they allowed only road transport convoy, where on both sides the state road transport vehicles alone, 2 of them will be allowed, 2 KSRTC Karnataka, 2 KSRTC Kerala will be allowed to run as a convoy in a 4-hour interval. So in that way, when the road closes at 6 p.m. in Nagarode, 9 p.m. in Bandipur, at 2 o'clock there is a convoy which goes along with an ambulance. So if there is any medical emergency, ambulance were also given an opportunity to travel. So that was the only relaxation, and till today this is holding good. And these 2 roads have 2 corridors, especially the one which is coming from HD Kote to Manandawadi has a major elephant corridor, and that is very critical because that connects to the Tirunelli corridor, the Pakshipatala, then Begur, and that is the route elephants take, because at that point is where the Kavini dam backwater becomes small and shallow, and it is very easy for the elephant herd, especially the calf, to cross the river Kavini. Otherwise, when the dam is very wide, it is only the male elephants and single elephants who swim across and come from one side to another. The movement of the elephants will be permanently hindered. It's only at that point where the river is shallow and the calf can travel. That's a very, very critical connectivity, because from there it goes to Pulpalli, then it continues to Manandwadi, then Nilambur, and it comes forward. So all of these are critical, very critical elephant corridors. So this corridor, this case, was an action which was not initiated by High Court or Supreme Court. This was an assertive action taken by a district collector. But later it was held appropriate, it was converted to a PIL, and during this time Wildlife Trust of India also gave lot of scientific inputs where we conducted the survey, night time survey after the road closure on the occupancy of the road and the regions adjoining the road, what kind of activity is happening. In fact, we were able to get a footage of an elephant calving, giving birth on the road. So this was a very, very convincing and a solid data that we were able to place, where these places, because it is open and a calving mother is under distress, she needs protection from 3-4 sides and from predators. So they were preferring the road, and this gave us this critical evidence that these are used, and the number of mortality came down significantly. In fact, you would be surprised, the number of cases of deaths that was happening on the road was higher than poaching, probably 3 times more than poaching. The number of cases of poaching that were filed in that particular national park and the number of animals that were getting killed on the road was 3 times more. Now it has significantly come down. The number of instances of road kill has come down to smaller mammals, reptiles, and it's only, I think, about 4-5 years ago, an elephant calf was run down by a cargo lorry, where the elephant calf went under the cargo lorry and the driver did not stop. So he plowed through the road for about a kilometer and a half, and that was one very, very negative and bad incidents which happened. And apart from that, since the road has been closed, there is not a single major negative impact that has happened. So this is a case where initial orders were issued by the district collector, and from there it progressed. Then Mysore Nilgiri road, the same road which I said, Sultan Batteri Gundalpet and Mananwadi road from HD Kote, these two are connected.